more yellow into it. You can see I never use too much water. I can always, there's never any water dripping off my palette. You see the beauty of the height, you can get plenty of paint on the brush, even when it's dried up paint like this, which they're effectively pans. I've just squeezed the tube and allowed them to dry. But because I've done them nice and wide, I can get plenty of paint on the brush. You can see how dark this green is now. So we've got to, you see this dark, real rich dark green now as we come forward. Just using the corner of the brush to put the little bushes in, and then this goes all the way across. To the other side of the paper. So actually I think I'm going to clean the brush then, so I'll just try and vary it a bit. So I'm just going to go just raw sienna with a touch of lemon yellow, and then just bring those maybe a touch of ultramarine. I'm just going to go with a quick sweep round there. Clean the brush again. Just go and raw sienna on its own. And then maybe a bit of burnt umber. We've got these sort of muddy banks. Also just on this, goes right off into the distance there. More on this muddy bank side, and like I did before I carry on, I'm just going to pull the paper tight. I wet it evenly all over so it's stretched evenly. So even though it's cheap paper, I've still got a flat surface to work with. You don't need expensive paper. This is only £130. It does the job for me. So I'll put the egg back in the water. I'm going to take a card. I'm just going to try and scrape out this big boat. Now get the front of it. I'm not quite sure if this is going to work or not. I need to do it all in one go, I think. So that's like the hole, and then put the cabin bit on the top. And there's another little cabin bit on the top of that. And then if I just scratch out part of the mast, I'll tell you what I'll do. The mast goes a bit higher. I'm not going to use the brush here. I'm just going to dip that into the paint like that. I'm going to use this card to do the rest of the mast. Take the excess off on the paint, on the tissue. How big's this mast? Go something like so. That's there or thereabouts, I think. Then there's a little, I might just switch the rigger, go into the same colour with the rigger, take the excess off. You've got a cross piece down there, you can't really see it there. And there's a down like so and then across. Just nice and loose. Maybe while I've got the card in my hand, I'll just got another little bait there again, say a couple of oars sticking out of it. Post there for it to tight to. No, there's another little one just down there like that. This one's got a little mast on it. Yeah, there's another little post there is tight to. Yeah, I might just stick some posts up here, I think. Just all these little details, they just help add a little interest to the painting. While I'm here, I might as well stick a few rocks in as well, I think. Why not? A few bigger rocks in the back there. Now there's also a couple of, well, there's at least one boat around here. It's going to come round a bit. Next time I get the landing first. I think I'll put the landing first and then the boat afterwards. So I'm going back to the height brush, clean, raw sienna, plenty of raw sienna, and then maybe just a bit of ultramarine. Sort of comes. Hang on, it's a bit too. I want this a different colour to that, just as a contrast. So I might make it a bit darker. So I'm going back to the lemon yellow, Payne's grey. So this should now contrast a bit better.